And welcome to Into the Fire! I, of course, am the real voice of Australian wrestling, Paul Roberts, along with the historian himself, Angus R. Dacey. Angus, we've got a huge night.
Absolutely enormous night. So much to talk about. First and foremost, guys, for the first time in 3 years, it's back, the Strength Cup. We have a huge 5-way qualifier for that one, Paul Roberts.
Absolutely, and one that I am looking forward to, the RCW Tag Team titles. Tag team action has never been so hot in RCW right now, and of course, we're going to see the Bradys put their titles on the line against the Kings of Ruin.
That's right, they newly won tag team titles as well. But then, at the conclusion of the sanctioned event here tonight, we have, for the first time in Riot City Wrestling, a flaming tables match. It will be the Master of Mayhem, Havok. Taking on the official ego and Riot City Wrestling champion, Hayter. That will be non-title and unsanctioned. But Paul Roberts, I will leave them in your very capable hands to start the show.
Oh, indeed, Angus, and of course, don't forget the rules. Obey the COVID rules. Still try and keep those things as much as we can. No racism, no sexism, no homophobia, no intolerance whatsoever of any kind. But that leaves me with one question. Are you ready to riot? Let's get our first match underway. It is a 6-man tag team match scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first. I'll be accompanied to the ring by Jimmy C. It is the team of the Spitfire, Scotty Hartman, the defender of tomorrow, Jett Armstrong, and REDSHAW. They are the key to the city holders, Jett-Shaw.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Riot City Wrestling Into the Fire. My name is Angus R. Dacey, and I am here to be joined by Paul Roberts to call all the action for you here this evening. And look at this, we got Jett-Shaw and Scotty Hartman all set for 6-man tag team action to kick things off. What a night we have planned here for you. Of course, the key to the city holders there. They have that key. They have an opportunity to unlock a championship match of their choosing at any time from 12 months after winning it. So that was back in March at Super Clash 4. So they have until March next year to unlock it. But look at these guys. What a trio we have. And Scotty Hartman as well. You love to see it.
Introducing first, it is the team of Jesse Hendy and the Outback legend, the Backpack Killer, Downunder. They are Outback's most wanted.
Well, of course, we saw Outback's most wanted back at 2 events ago, a Trial by Stone. They made their tag team debut here in Riot City Wrestling. And from what I understand, RCW General Manager Jensen Hunt has taken a leave of absence, so who knows when he'll be back. And in the meantime, Downunder tagging here with Jesse Hendy. here comes the dog. I'm sure Paul Roberts very much enjoyed announcing Cadie to the ring, the Emerald Crown holder himself. Of course, he was successful in that big three-way match that main evented our last show, Strike First, Strike Hard, at the Arkabar. Now look, he has a very, very, very unified Jett-Shaw across the ring from him, and he is teaming with Outback's Most Wanted here tonight. There's Jesse Hendy swinging that chain around. Jeez, you can take an eye out with that. Well, what a six-man tag team match we have here tonight. The Emerald Crown holder looking in great form. Outback's Most Wanted as well. And here to join me back on commentary, it's the real voice of Australian wrestling. Paul Roberts is back.
All right, Angus, well, a huge night here, RCW HQ, and of course, into the fire. We're gonna flaming tables tonight.
Flaming tables, I can't believe it. The first time in Riot City Wrestling. But as I mentioned, a huge six-man tag team match here. Outback's Most Wanted, the Emerald Crown holder, Cadie going up against the Key to the City holders, and Scotty Hartman making his return to Riot City Wrestling tonight.
Absolutely, what a great matchup to kick off into the fire right here.
It is loud inside RCW Academy tonight. It is loud.
Everyone's going to have to bear with us tonight. We've got double duties going on with the ring announcing.
You're doing a great job with that, Paul Roberts. Excellent. That's why they call you the real voice of Australian wrestling.
Hopefully that's why. All right, well, Downunder, of course, causing some trouble to start this match off, and what a surprise.
Of course, Scotty, as I mentioned, Jesse Hendy is back here in Riot City Wrestling. We saw him a couple events ago. He's come back, Outback's Most Wanted, here tonight, teaming up again.
Well, the fans get behind Scotty Hartman, returning back here tonight to RCW.
It's good to see him back. He is looking great. Look at that. Look at that physique of Scotty Hartman. Look at those cap delts on Scotty Hartman. He's looking good. All right. I think Downunder has decided he will start this one.
Downunder is going to kick it off. The bell has rung. This one officially underway.
Here we go. What a night we are set in for here, Paul Roberts. What a night.
And we're only just getting started. That's the good part, Angus.
All right, here we go. Lock up. Downunder. Scotty Hartman. Oh! Big push down there.
The strength of Downunder against young Scotty Hartman.
You know, Scotty Hartman, a man who I watched his debut matches here in Riot City Wrestling. I was very impressed with what I saw. It's been a little while, but he's back tonight. He's taking it to Downunder. Look at his flexing.
Have you found out, was he out with injury? What was the story with Scotty Hartman there?
I think he was taking a Spitfire for a fly.
Spitfire classes.
Spitfire classes. He's the master of the Spitfire. Oh, here we go. Waist lock, go behind. Scotty Hartman.
Downunder looks unimpressed.
Oh, well, that's it. The strength of Downunder. Oh, he was that close to Scotty Hartman. He almost got squashed by Downunder. Downunder is offering Scotty Hartman a chance to tag Jett-Shaw, but Scotty Hartman, he doesn't want to tag in. He wants to keep fighting.
Well, he wants to prove himself against the big man Downunder.
Uh-oh, gets caught in that front face lock. Oh.
Big clubbing blow to the back now. Downunder holds him up. No!
Scotty
Hartman rolls him up too.
Whoa! Very close near fall by Scotty Hartman. Downunder did not expect that one.
Wow. Just throws him into the corner. How upset would have Downunder been if he got pinned right then by Scotty Hartman?
Well, I would imagine quite upset. Downunder, you know, he's been here, he's been grinding every show, and I think to see Scotty Hartman come back after a leave of absence, I think he would be upset. Big monkey flip by Scotty Hartman. Oh! That lariat.
Huge clothesline just about takes the head of Scotty Hartman off, but just the one count. How on earth does Scotty Hartman get out on the one count?
Very impressive, very impressive. Scotty Hartman now, he's isolated in the corner he does not want to be isolated in. And here comes the dog.
The dog.
Of course, crossbreed Cadie Trey, we saw him retain his Emerald Crown title back at our last event in the main event. And
quite
Scotty.
surprising against Nick Armstrong and Grimm.
Yeah, very surprising. I'm sure we wouldn't call Cadie Trey an underdog, but I don't think many expected him to walk out of that one. Still Emerald Crown holder, but look, here he is tonight.
Well, here he is taking on Nick's brother, Jett Armstrong.
Jett Armstrong, and of course we mentioned tonight Strength Cup back. Of course, Jett Armstrong won the Strength Cup back in 2016 in the final against his brother Nick.
That's why I have you here, Angus, so you can remind me of all these things.
Yeah, posing and flexing by the dog.
Oh, huge over the top.
Oh,
Flying back elbow.
flying back over, takes down Cadie Trey.
The defender of tomorrow unloads in the corner of Cadie Trey.
And now setting it from pillar to post. Oh no, countered. Cadie Trey working on Jett in the corner there.
Just unloading. Oh, follows up with that big roundhouse right hand.
That was a big haymaker.
Sends Armstrong corner to corner. Armstrong over the top.
Cadie, I think, is grabbing that top rope. Breaks. Oh, come on.
Well, did we expect a clean break from the dog?
Exactly, you're exactly right. And he pays for it with that enziguri. Big forearm.
Oh, he sent pillar to post.
Oh! Hurricane Runner.
Into the pin.
Oh, no.
Just the two.
Wow.
For Armstrong. The Emerald Crown holder able to get out the back door on that one.
And think about this. Jett-Shaw have that key to the city. They can challenge for those tag titles.
Yeah.
But if they get a win over the Emerald Crown holder tonight, that's got to send some messages to RCW management.
So we still got. I've really got to clear up this key to the city. I must ask Jimmy C, because how can they both be on holder?
Well, if you go for the Riot City Wrestling Tag Team Championship with that key, it's a two-man title.
Well, I get that, but one of these men should be the holder. Is it Jett? Is it REDSHAW?
Well, they won it in that tag team ladder match.
Yeah, and you see, was it Jett was on the shoulders of REDSHAW? He lifted him up there.
Yeah, it was an assist to win the key, to bring it down. And look, they are working as well as we have ever seen them as a tag team.
Well, if we go back some 12 months ago, we remember the rocky start that Jett-Shaw had as a tag team.
And look at this now. Speaking of which,
and here we go.
Jesse Hendy. Oh, look at that double team combination offense there by Jett-Shaw.
That low drop kick to the side of the head of Hendy, now the cover by REDSHAW.
Wow.
And that's exactly what we're talking about. These two guys are working really well together. They go for those tag team titles. I've said it. Last couple of shows, Angus, the RCW tag team scene is hotter than ever.
And think about that. This is the perfect time to have that key to the city. With such a competitive tag team scene, that key could really help Jett-Shaw get to the top of the mountain in tag team competition.
Like, we're looking at Jett-Shaw here. We're looking at Outback's Most Wanted here. Later on, we're going to have the tag team titles. We've got Purgatory sitting in the wings, wanting their titles back.
They're somewhere. Who knows where Purgatory is tonight? Oh, here we go. Tag back to Scotty Hartman. He's going up. Taking some high-risk offense here.
Here we go. The Spitfire heads to the top rope. Oh, big axe handle.
Double axe handle there on Jesse Hendy. Scotty Hartman, look at the confidence of Scotty Hartman tonight.
Here he goes, sends Hendy into the ropes. Hendy reverses that one. Oh, down under.
Down under there. And a headbutt.
Oh, what a headbutt.
Oh, code breaker. The double knees there. Down under.
Hang on, was there a tag to down under?
I do not believe there was a tag, because
No,
Jesse Hendy
there wasn't.
Still in there, that's sent on. Goes for the cover now. Only a 2 count on that occasion.
Well, that's the teamwork of Outback's Most Wanted right there. Down under, Jesse Hendy working together well.
Well, that's right. And of course, as I mentioned, Jensen Hunt on personal leave. Who knows when we'll see him again? So I think down under.
I think we should get a new general manager.
I agree. How can we have an absent general manager? And of course, down under, I think taking his, picking his spot, his team with Jesse Hendy full time now. And they're working well, but so is the Emerald Crown holder.
Oh, and here comes the dog now, just punching away at the Spitfire, Scotty Hartman.
Abdominal stretch applied. Working on those ribs. Oh, and the claw. Just clawing away at the ribs of Scotty Hartman. That's got to be excruciating. But the crowd now getting behind Scotty Hartman. They're trying to get him out of this one. Oh, he's up on the shoulders, Cadie Trey. Slides underneath the roller. Oh, only a 2 count. Wow. And what if Scotty Hartman pins the Emerald Crown holder? Here we go, choke breaker. Big choke breaker into the cover. Is that enough?
Oh.
No, just the 2 on that occasion.
Scotty Hartman able to get that shoulder up.
That choke breaker, that has finished matches. And now Jesse Hendy has come in. Oh, sorry, Downunder's come in. Working away on those ribs. The ribs that have been injured just earlier by Cadie Trey.
Down under, just stomping those boots in to Scotty Hartman. Oh, wow. Scotty draped over that middle rope, using all of his weight on the back of Scotty Hartman.
And down under is no small man. He is a big, meaty man.
Absolutely.
That has got to hurt the trachea. And now Scotty Hartman's back in enemy territory. Oh no!
Wow! Down under just got his own tag team partner.
Yeah, he hit Jesse Hendy there. Scotty Hartman,
drop kick to the back.
And a meeting of the minds between Down Under and Cadie Trey.
Cadie Trey went all the way to the floor here.
That's a big fall now. Scotty Hartman has a chance. A chance to get Jett-Shaw into this match. The crowd is hot, they are ready.
Can Hartman get there? Can he get the tag? This is a prime opportunity.
REDSHAW, he's got his hand out, yes! The tag, and in comes REDSHAW, in comes Jesse Hendy. Oh, big back elbow. Oh, that big roundhouse kick to the side of the head. REDSHAW is feeling it. He sends Jesse Hendy into the corner. And here comes REDSHAW, big double splash. Jesse Hendy. Oh, belly to belly.
Belly to belly, right in the middle of the ring. I think he took too long to hook the leg there, Angus.
Oh, Cadie Trey, just at the last second coming in.
Cadie Trey, I think the only thing saving it though.
Oh, hold on, watch out for Jett now. What is he thinking? Oh!
Beautiful high cross body from Jett Armstrong on the dog.
Oh no, the spine buster. Down under with the spine buster.
We have bodies lying everywhere down under to his feet in the middle of the ring. Look out, Scotty Hartman.
Tilt-a-whirl DDT. And don't forget, REDSHAW and Jesse Hendy are still legal. Oh, end of discussion. That TKO there. Watch out for REDSHAW. Oh, big spinning back elbow there. I think he caught the tip of that onto the temple.
Oh, here we go, the power slam.
Oh, watch out, the tag. I don't think REDSHAW saw the tag. Oh,
wow. The Emerald Crown holder, Cadie Trey.
Oh!
Wow, oh!
Big tumble to the outside from Jett.
Jett Armstrong, Jimmy, get a check on Jett.
Oh, hold on now. Oh! The roll-up. REDSHAW's pinned the champ. REDSHAW's pinned the champ. Wow! REDSHAW just pinned Cadie Trey. What does this mean for the Emerald Crown? What does this mean for REDSHAW?
Wow, what a victory there for Jett-Shaw and Scotty Hartman. Big six-man tag team action, Angus.
Well, REDSHAW just pinned the champion. Surely this must mean he's in line for a title shot or something, surely. He just pinned the champion.
Will they sacrifice the key to the city?
I think he earned a shot. I don't think they need the key. I think REDSHAW has earned a shot. Wow. Well, there you have it, guys. REDSHAW just pinned Cadie Trey in our huge six-man tag team match opener. What does this mean, Paul Roberts? What do you think this means?
Well, like we said, this could go anywhere. Well, like I said, we could see REDSHAW with a shot at the Emerald Crown.
Do you think Jett Armstrong would mind if REDSHAW went for a singles title?
Well, who knows? Hopefully that doesn't create the problems we used to have once upon a time with Jett-Shaw.
Well, I think Jett-Shaw, I think they look like a unified team. I think surely one of them could go after a singles title, and they could still have that key on hold, up their sleeve for the tag team titles. But hold on now, Jimmy C's going to take the mic.
I don't even need a mic. You guys are loud enough as it is. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. That is why we've got this. That is why we hold the key to the city. And that is why I am looking at the next RCW Emerald Crown holder.
Yeah, that's right. I think so too. Jett-Shaw here. Jimmy C spelling it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your winners, Scotty, Hartman, and Jett-Shaw.
Yeah, watch this space. Watch this space, Will Roberts. That was incredible.
Indeed, big things coming up for REDSHAW and that Emerald Crown Championship. But we've got more duties to do.
That's right. Let's get our next match started, Paul. What do you say?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get our next match underway. It is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first. Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 205 pounds of pure wrestling excellence. He hails from Cornell, the pure blood, Hayter Cornell.
Well, here comes the pure blood Cayden Cornell for this big triple threat match. Of course, we saw him at our last show take it to Chris Basso. He took Chris Basso, I believe, to the limit in that match and showed that he is not one to be taken lightly. So let's see how he goes tonight. This is a big test, in my opinion, for Cayden Cornell. He's got Party Guy Ty. He's got the debuting Aaron Onley. But let's see how Cayden Cornell fares tonight. No shortage of confidence in his face, though. He's giving nothing away.
And introducing next, making his RCW debut, weighing in at 80 kilos. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to place your bets. It's the amazing Aaron Onley.
Well, debuting for the first time in Riot City Wrestling, Aaron Onley. From what I understand, this man fancies himself a bit of a high stakes, high rewards, poker, gambler, player. Very, very vague on the details, but he is here tonight in Riot City Wrestling and is placing his bets on himself.
And introducing last, all the way from the Party Palace, aka his mom's house, weighing in at 90 kilos, including tassels, it is Party Guy Ty!
Well, things just heated up in here. It's Party Guy Ty. of course, coming very, very close to taking it to Rig at our last event. He looked great, Rig looked great, and a big chance to prove himself in this triple threat match here tonight for Roberts.
Oh, absolutely. What a huge triple threat. Of course, it'll be interesting what we see out of this Aaron Onley making his debut here for RCW, of course. Not his debut in wrestling, of course.
Yeah, he looks familiar to me. He looks like a bit of a foxy boy, perhaps.
Foxy?
A little bit
Something
foxy.
foxy about it, that's
Something
sure.
foxy about him.
I'm sure Party Guy Ty. It's time to light up the RCW HQ.
Party Guy Ty seeing in 60-60 vision. He's got 3 glasses on tonight.
Of course, Party Guy Ty missing out on that Emerald Crown on a couple of occasions.
Yeah. And of course, he came up short against Rig last month.
Yeah.
Great match, though. Very popular here tonight. I think the whole crowd's behind Party Guy Ty. And here we go. 3-way dance, triple threat match, however you want to slice this one up. Big opportunity for any one of these men to really make a name for himself here in Riot Scene Wrestling. And Party Guy Ty's antics not going over well with Cayden Cornell. Maybe will Aaron Onley will take the glasses.
Surprisingly, we saw Rig take the bait last show.
He did the headband. Oh, hey, that's what I like to see. He's got the glasses on. He's cooperating. He's partying with Party Guy Ty.
Cornell's not happy about all this.
No, is he going to take it? I wonder. Oh, will he? Oh, hold on. No, hey. Hey, those aren't cheap, you know. They run you about 60 cents on Amazon.
Cornell with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, he had that match against Chris Basso at our last event. He said to Chris Basso, "You're not taking me seriously." But I think after that performance at Strike First, Strike Hard, you would be a fool not to take Cayden Cornell seriously. Oh, we've got a bit of cooperation here. They're all getting ready.
A triple test of strength.
Oh,
hang on.
Cornell partying. He's partying against his will, but he's partying no less.
Oh, big right hand from Party Guy. Now one from Onley.
Oh, big chop. These two men just taking it blow to blow to Cayden Cornell. Cayden Cornell is not having a good time right now.
Here we go, double team from Onley and Party Guy.
Cayden Cornell scurries to the outside. Aaron. Oh, and another pair of glasses for Aaron Onley.
Oh, spare pair. Nothing like having a spare pair.
Yeah, where exactly did he keep those? I'd probably wash those before I put them on my eyes. I don't know about this. Oh, hold on now. Aaron Onley having none of that. This is a wrestling match after all. Aaron Onley off the ropes. Oh, Party Guy Ty, big shoulder takedown. Now Party Guy Ty getting a little serious, takes the glasses off. Leapfrog attempt by Onley.
Oh.
Countered, a reverse atomic drop by Party Guy Ty.
Oh, rings the bell.
And then he cranks up the volume.
Time to party hard at RCW Academy. Oh, ducks underneath.
Oh, Cayden
knocks
Cornell. He tried to re-enter the match to no avail. And Onley now taking it to the back of Party Guy Ty.
Yeah, well, Party Guy getting distracted.
Now, I spoke to Aaron Onley a little bit before this match. Apparently, he's a high-stakes poker player, a gambler. And tonight he told me that he went to the casino, or a casino equivalent, and placed a big bet on himself to win this match tonight.
He's put a bet on himself to win.
A bet on himself to win. I don't know if that's in the rules, but he has done that.
Apparently it's in his rules.
I don't know what kind of shady underground casino has done this. Big chop. And And now Aaron Onley and Cayden Cornell look like they're working together on Party Guy tie. A bit of change of allegiance here.
Party Guy.
Oh, nobody home for Party Guy tie.
That could be party over right now.
Well, he took the high risk, but it did not pay off on this occasion. And now let's see what happens here between Onley and Cornell. Oh, a bit of tag team offense here. A splash. Oh no, but Cornell not letting the 3 happen.
Cornell's not going to let the pin go to Onley just like that.
Would you expect anything less from the pure blood Cayden Cornell? But look at this, he's got a bit of a different attitude here tonight. He looks a bit more serious, a bit more intense.
So he's being very serious, very aggressive here tonight.
I wonder if that match with Chris Basso has played a part in that.
You've got to look at it this way. Cornell getting his chance here at RCW had to prove himself against Chris Basso.
Oh, here we go. Oh, exploder suplex. Wow.
But now has the opportunity to prove himself in this triple threat.
Big opportunity. Only a 2 count there, but coming ever so close to that elusive 3.
So many guys, another guy that could earn himself an opportunity or to move towards that Emerald Crown.
Yeah, and you know, Party Guy tie just on him, Paul Roberts. We've seen him come up short on several occasions, and I'll say it again. I believe Party Guy tie's time will come, and I hope it's tonight. But he's just getting worked over in the corner now by Cayden Cornell. Very intellectual wrestlers, Cayden Cornell. Oh no! Shoulder to post. Big leg lariat by Aaron Onley. And dare I call Aaron Onley a wild card? Would that be 2 on the nose?
Well, I'm sure he's played them a few times.
You know, Aaron Onley can actually count cards. Very intelligent man. I wouldn't want to be sitting across from a poker table with him.
Well, here he goes in the squared circle, working over the arm on Party Guy tie. Well, that drop toe hold sends Party Guy face first into the mat.
Yeah. Oh, big kick to the side of the head. I think Cayden Cornell could be eliminated from this. He hasn't moved since his shoulder hit the steel. Only a 2 there. But Aaron Onley is firmly in control of this one. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Party Guy tie, a corner roll, only the 2. Oh!
That double chop sends him down.
And 1 for Cornell.
And again on Onley.
Party Guy is fighting back. He's looking for that win. He needs it here tonight.
Here we go, reverse, Cornell, gets the leg over.
Oh, big drop kick, enormous. Did you see the air Party Guy got on that?
One of the best drop kicks getting around.
Oh, stunner. And Aaron Onley all the way out of the ring. There's Party Guy and Cornell left now. He's getting a bit of a clock going. Oh, what is Party Guy thinking?
Oh, Cornell out of nowhere.
Too late. Cornell cutting off Party Guy. And Cornell into the pin.
2.
Oh, whoa.
Wow.
Very long 2 count on that
The force that Cornell hit Party Guy tie on that one, I thought that could have been it. We could have been done.
Yeah, whoever wins this match, it's going to definitely put them in good stead. Because all 3 of these men really need a win tonight. Think about this. A win on debut for Aaron Onley against Party Guy and Cornell. Incredible.
Wow, that'd be huge.
That would be huge, but not if Cornell has anything to say about that. He has Party Guy prone. Uh-oh, Aaron Onley on the top. Whoa!
Wow.
High risk, high reward for Aaron Onley. Oh, only a 2 count though.
Party Guy tie still looking a bit out of it there.
Still in the ropes but Cornell left him.
Wow.
Oh! Using the ropes as a fulcrum there. Aaron Onley. Oh, big leg drop right to the back of the head.
Springboards himself in, goes sideways with that drop kick.
And Aaron Onley now, he's got the pin. Oh, wow. Just in the nick of time, Cornell breaking that one up, saving it. Saving the matchup for himself, saving it for Party Guy tie as well. And now things are breaking down.
Oh, here we go. Wow, huge shot. Trading blows back and forth go Onley and Cornell.
Cornell, he's taken 5 to get one good one in. Did you see that? Hard whip into the corner. But Onley able to roll out of that one. Oh, hold on. Oh, big corner Uranagi. Wow. Look at Cayden Cornell.
The aggressiveness
I
of Cornell here
have
tonight.
never seen this side of Cornell. Oh, in the corner.
Oh, nobody home.
Nobody home on that Vader bomb attempt. Maybe taking a bit too much time feeling the moment there. Aaron Onley, what are we going to see out of him? Oh, Cornell dodges that knee attempt.
He was looking for some sort of knee.
Oh, rear
Cornell
naked
went out the way.
oh, into a Kikina clutch.
Referee's right there, keeping an eye on it.
Is Aaron Onley going to tap?
Fans here getting behind Party Guy Ty.
That Kikina clutch is in deep. Oh, hold on, Party Guy Ty. On the top rope. Whoa, big elbow drop from the top rope.
Party Guy Ty with that huge
Springboard
elbow.
disaster kick. Party Guy Ty. Wow. Man, everyone in this match is showing me something I've never seen, but here we go. Rear naked choke applied back into that. Oh, rolls through the Kikina clutch. No,
Wow.
only the 2 count.
Party Guy nearly pulling a win.
The
There's
stunner.
the stunner.
Wow. Big stunner. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match is Party Guy Ty.
Wow. At the end of that one, Paul Roberts, that could have gone any way. But Party Guy Ty got the stunner, got the win. And you have to,
Big triple threat match win for Party Guy Ty.
and you'd have to think the RCW management will be looking very favorably at Party Guy Ty right now.
Absolutely. Well, Angus, I'm going to head down the ring for this next one.
Go on, do it, Paul. Make the long trek back to the ring. The Party Guy Ty. What an impressive victory against the debuting Aaron Onley and against Cayden Cornell. I think, take nothing away from Cayden Cornell. We saw something out of him that I have never seen before. The aggression, that intensity. I think big things are in his future. I think big things are in Party Guy Ty's future.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your winner, Party Guy Ty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the RCW Tag Team Championships. Let's bring it out.
Well, here we go. Big tag team title match now. Here come out the former Riot City Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Kings of Ruin, Mike Boomer, Zach, Sabbath. They lost those titles, of course, a couple months back now to Purgatory in their first defense. And here, looking tonight for their rematch to get those titles back on their shoulders. And hopefully do a little bit more with them than they did last time, because of course, we remember, Kings of Ruin lost those titles in their first defense. They did not have a chance to defend them. And here they are tonight. Their obligated championship rematch. The rematch clause has been cashed in. Kings of Ruin looking to become 2-time tag team champions here tonight. They have a tough ask. Of course, the newly crowned Riot City Wrestling Tag Team Champions making their way to the ring very, very soon. Vitamin D, Brady, Delta, Brady, LTD, dethroned Purgatory at our last event to become the new Riot City Wrestling Tag Team Champions. They've held on to those titles for 28 days now, and here tonight, their first defense of the Riot City Wrestling Tag Team Championship. And what an uphill battle they have. Kings of Ruin are looking great in the ring, but history has shown us that in the last several Riot City Wrestling Tag Team title matches, the champions have lost. No champion team has been able to defend those titles since October last year. Every time they've been defended, we have seen new champions crowned since then.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for one fall and is for the RCW Tag Team Championships with a 60-minute time limit. Introducing first to my left at a combined weight of 175 kilos is the weapon, Mike Boomer, the Dark King, Sabbath. They are the Kings of Ruin! And to my right, they are the RCW Tag Team Champions. They are power personified. They are delightful destruction. They are living the dream, and they will leave you destroyed. They are D and Delta, Brady, LTD.
Very warm reception here tonight at Into the Fire for the RCW Tag Team Champions, Brady, LTD. Michael Kent, senior referee Michael Kent, presenting the championship belts. And look, oh, the handshake. That's good. I love to see it. Sportsmanship. Here we go.
Back, Angus! Just in time.
Just in time for the bell. The match has begun, the Riot City Wrestling Tag Team Championship.
I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this one all week, Angus.
Yeah, absolutely. The former champs, Kings of Ruin, they're cashing in their rematch.
And look, you just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen with these tag team titles. They won it from the Parea. They lost it to Purgatory. The Brady LTD beat it from defeated Purgatory.
Yeah, I know. These tag titles have been passed around like nobody's business. But here they are tonight on the shoulders of Brady LTD.
I wouldn't say it's passing the titles around like nobody's business. That's showing what the tag team division is all about in RCW right now, Angus.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And here, something tonight, if Brady LTD can retain their titles, they will do something no team has done since October last year.
Retain.
Let's make a defense. Oh, big double hip toss by the Bradys.
Well, you know my thoughts on the Bradys. I think they're one of the greatest tag teams running around in Australian wrestling right now.
Yeah, the Bradys are doing excellent work here in Riot City Wrestling, and they're taking themselves all across the country.
But you can't look past the Kings of Ruin.
Oh, big kicks from Sabbath. Oh, wow. Yeah, Sabbath, Mike Boomer, they held those titles 133 days. Didn't get much of a chance to defend them, did they? They lost them on their first defense.
Absolutely, and look, the thing is, they beat the Parea. So we know that the Kings of Ruin can get the job done.
They can. They were unlucky against Purgatory, but here tonight they have their eyes set on becoming the first two-time champions in a long time.
Absolutely.
Delta saving that one for Dean, and Delta tagging in. German suplex there, followed up by
another.
Dean. Oh, another German suplex into the bridge as well. Delta, of course, still legal, and I think Mike Grimm he knew that. Sabbath, Delta coming face to face there.
Well, it's amazing, Angus. You think within the last 12 months, Delta being screwed out of the RCW women's title, decided she wanted to tag with brother Dean. Look where they are now.
Very successful, hugely successful. And, you know, it's interesting, they shook hands before this match, Paul Roberts, the teams of Kings of Ruin, Brady, LTD. A lot of respect between these two teams.
Oh, absolutely. These two teams are here for the same purpose, to hold those RCW Tag Team titles.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Dean whipping Boomer off the ropes. Zach with the tag. I don't know if Dean has realized that. Zach, missile drop kick from the top.
Now, we've talked about it before, Angus, of course. The Bradys, brother and sister, they know each other like the back of their hands. They have grown up together. They've done everything together.
That is true. Hold on, watch out. Oh, sliding lariat. But
I know the history of the Kings of Ruin. These two guys are like brothers. They have been doing this since like 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, larger than life.
Larger than life.
That's right, Big Mike and Zach. They've been going at it for a long time.
Long time, these two guys.
But the interesting thing about Kings of Ruin, both very successful singles wrestlers as well.
Oh, for sure. Held heavyweight championships.
Zach Sabbath, former Riot City Wrestling champion. Also, former Strength Cup winner back in 2017.
Wow.
So no shortage of accomplishments on that resume. Zach Sabbath now slowing things down.
Yeah, well, Mike Boomer holding a number of titles elsewhere that I do know of.
Yeah, Mike Boomer very decorated. Zach Sabbath now, he's got Dean. He's got him by the fingers. Is that joint manipulation? Oh! Just snapping the fingers there. You got to watch out for joint manipulation.
Well, you can see the way Delta's concerned after that one. Wow, hope you get a shot of that one.
Yeah, that looks painful. That looks very painful. I mean, of course, a lot of things in wrestling look painful, but that takes the cake. Oh, big gut punch there by Mike Boomer. And look at this, the experience edge showing itself here now. Kings of Ruin have taken control.
Huge strike kick there by Mike Boomer, right to the back of Dean Brady, taking that win, taking that strength away from Dean Brady.
And this is the thing worth noting as well. I mean, this match is happening now for the tag team titles. You don't know who's in the wings waiting. We have so many tag teams here in Riot City Wrestling vying for these tag team titles.
We talked about it earlier with the Australia Outback's Most Wanted, the Jett-Shaws, the Purgatories, the list goes on.
Oh, absolutely. I think pound for pound, the strongest tag division in the country here in Riot City Wrestling, and we get to call all these amazing tag team title matches.
Absolutely love it.
It's a privilege. Mike Boomer is on the ropes. The trip up. Dean Brady.
Oh, misses that one.
A big Pele kick.
Yeah, we're lucky enough to be here calling the action, Angus. Hopefully you guys at home are enjoying us bringing it to you.
Double tag, Delta, Zakian. Big punt kick there by Delta. Ducks the line from Boomer.
Oh, spear! Delta with the spear on Boomer. Oh, look how.
Big kick to the midsection.
Delta not expecting Zach Sabbath.
Oh, Hurricanrana, wow! Leaving her feet, Delta taking down Zach Sabbath. Big lariat in that corner now. And a splash, a stinger splash from Mike Boomer. Lariat for Zach. Oh no, hold on. Oh, Superman punch. Now working together, Kings of Ruin. Cannonball Centaur in the corner. Wow.
Going for the cover. Dean's still down.
Only a 2, yeah. Where is Dean?
Dean's still down on the ring apron.
There he is. Hasn't got to his feet yet. And listen to this place come alive for Delta.
It's electric.
They love him.
Oh, there's the tag now. Brings back the weapon.
Oh, flatliner there. And Mike Boomer still has Delta where he wants her. Goes for a bit of a...
He's locking in the ankle lock.
The ankle lock. Actually, a bit of a heel hook there. Heel hook submission applied. Delta a long way from the ropes, and she has to crawl with Mike Boomer's body weight.
Surely not.
That is a...
Here comes Dean.
Oh, Dean. Oh, preventing the tap. I think he thought Delta was going to tap out there.
Well, who knows?
Preventing the tap from happening. Dean has come back in.
How's that ankle of Delta going to be?
Yeah. Oh, now look at the strength by the Bradys. Both Brady LTD. Oh, using Zach Sabbath as a weapon against the weapon, Mike Boomer. Double pin now. Oh, and Mike Boomer having a kick.
How did Boomer kick out of that one?
He's going to have to kick Zach's body weight and Delta's body weight. And now we're back to Mike Boomer and Delta. Brady coming in.
Double team from the Bradys.
Thinking wave brain.
Oh!
Oh no! Wave brain prevented. Oh, and both Zach and Dean hitting each other there. Both tumbling down, and Boomer spinning heel kick. Boomer thinking of ending things now. He wants those tag team titles. Oh!
Wow, lucky Boomer went back to his own corner.
Yeah, that was pure luck there by Boomer, staggering back into his corner. Zach tagging in, of course. And now blow for blow. Zach, Delta. Oh!
Wow, Delta not afraid to trade blows with the best of them.
Yeah, trading those big forearm shivers.
Back and forth between Zach Sabbath and Delta.
And that's how much these tag titles mean to both these teams, Paul.
Oh, Zach catching her as she hits the ropes.
And Delta now catching Zach. Oh! Big forearm shiver against the ropes. Delta ducks the line. Oh! Meeting of the minds.
Both with the same idea. Dean, quick enough to tag.
And Boomer, both tag in.
Oh, Boomer.
This is all action, Paul Roberts. Did you expect anything less from this tag team title match? Boomer.
They are laying it all on the line.
Oh, good shot. I think that's fired Boomer up. Oh!
I think that's going to leave a mark on the chest of Boomer.
Yeah, Boomer just opening himself up for those chops, trading the kicks. Dean Brady back and forth.
Those educated feet of Mike Boomer.
Oh, it's taking it all out of both men.
Now Delta and Zach get to their feet.
Yeah, they're not done. Their business isn't finished. Up on the shoulders. Death Valley driver. Zach Sabbath.
Oh, look out. Dean's right there.
Dean Brady, single head choke slam.
Wow.
Wow. Watch out for Boomer. Thinking back suplex, Saito suplex perhaps. Oh. The kick. There we go. Saito suplex.
Drops him right on his head.
This match, Paul Roberts.
Delta's got Boomer up on the shoulders.
Yeah, 5. She gets it.
That could be it.
I don't think she's got enough
You need
energy.
to go for the cover.
She doesn't have enough energy left to make the cover.
1, 2, 3. We retain your titles.
Wow.
Come on.
That exchange took it out of both teams.
Where's Delta going? She's rolling to the outside. Who's even the legal people?
Oh, Michael Kent's making the count. We could have a double count out here, Paul. Michael Kent up to 6. Oh, Dean Brady rolling into the cover.
Oh, obviously, Team Brady and Boomer are the legal men.
Team Brady, Boomer, legal men, of course. That close, wow. Referee Michael Kent almost a 3 on that occasion. Oh no! The Kimura lock. Mike Boomer's locked. Dean Brady in the Kimura lock. Dean Brady is in the center of the ring. Oh, look at the strength of Dean Brady now.
Wow.
He's getting, oh my God, he got Mike Boomer up.
The strength of Dean Brady with the weapon up on his shoulder.
Looking for that sit-out pile driver. We've seen him use that one before, but no.
Oh, Boomer's refusing to go.
Now the rear naked choke. Almost a sleeper there. And Dean Brady still fighting. He's still fighting. But now he's fading. He's fading. Mike Boomer looking for those body scissors, I think. And Michael Kent is checking. Just checking to see if Dean Brady's still conscious.
Well, Dean Brady's insistent on keeping that arm moving.
Look at the heart of Dean Brady to still stay in this one, but I think the lights are going out for Dean Brady. Oh! And Zach preventing Delta from breaking that one up.
Well, the referee now going to check on the arm.
What? New champions again.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the match and the new RCW Tag Team Champions, the Kings of Ruin.
For the 4th time in 4 title matches, we have had new Riot City Wrestling Tag Team Champions crowned. The Kings of Ruin have done it. They're 2-time champions.
Wow, Angus, I can't believe it. Again, the titles have changed hands here at Into the Fire.
Wow.
The Kings of Ruin are RCW Tag Team Champions again.
This tag team division is so hot right now. No team can keep a hold of these titles. The competition is so strong, so fierce. Only a month after winning them, the Bradys have lost them.
Wow. Unbelievable. As I said, this tag team division is the hottest in the country right now, Angus. Anyone on any given day can win those tag team titles.
In RCW they can. We have the best tag teams in the world, in the country, right here. Short title reign for the Bradys. Hopefully not their last, but I would be lying if I said it wasn't a great thing to see Kings of Ruin with those tag team titles again. Sentimental favourites of mine. Big win here tonight.
Look, I've known the Kings of Ruin for a long, long time. We mentioned that before, Angus. Of course, the Brady's one of my favourite tag teams getting around at the moment. What a match here tonight.
The Brady's, they're not done with those tag titles. They want them again.
They deserve
Wait, hold on, no!
Oh, hang on.
Baron, Another Strange, Amber, Purgatory. Rush in the ring.
Wow, this is... Oh, no. No one wants to see Purgatory.
Purgatory, of course, lost those tag team titles at our last event to the Bradys. I think they still have their eyes on those tag team titles.
Well, as I said, everyone's got their eyes on these tag team titles.
Wow, all hell is breaking loose out here. Another Strange going after Mike Boomer, Baron going after Dean Brady, Amber after Zach Sabbath, and wow, Purgatory. Who would have thought they'd be standing tall after all this?
Purgatory.
Purgatory ending things on a bit of a sour note here after that incredible tag team title match. Clearly, this is Into the Fire. Things are really heating up in our tag team division.
Oh, look out.
All 3 teams now duking it out.
We've lost control here in this one, Angus.
It's bedlam.
Well, the Kings of Ruin, the Bradys working together to get Purgatory out of here.
Wow. These 3 teams here right now, incredible. Oh. Oh, no! Dean Brady just hit Mike Boomer. I think that was a mistake. Zach Sabbath's having none of it though. Oh! Wait.
Oh, hang on.
Baron, back with a ladder.
And Einar have got the ladder. Oh!
Using that ladder as a weapon to take down all 4 members of Kings of Ruin Brady LTD. No, don't do this, no! Oh!
We just had such a great tag team match, Angus.
Purgatory just coming in here, ruining everything. Using that ladder, just destroying the spines of the Bradys in Kings of Ruin. Someone put a stop to this. Seriously now, come on.
Wow.
Amber over the wrecked bodies of Kings of Ruin Brady's, just grabbing those tag team titles. I think Purgatory want them back in a big way. Well, watch this space ball, Roberts. A tag team division just got a hell of a lot more interesting right now.
Speechless, Angus. Absolutely speechless.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your new RCW Tag Team Champions, the Kings of Riot! The Clifford Hartman into the fire. We're still heading towards that unsanctioned flaming tables match here, where we see Havoc take on Hayter. But let's get the action back underway with a singles match scheduled for one fall, with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, his way to the ring, weighing in at 100 kilos, from Newcastle, New South Wales, the Chief, Rig.
Oh, the Chief is back. Of course, we saw Rig at our last event take it to Party Guy Tai. Very dominant, very strong in that match. He did a great job. Came out with the win, and of course here he is tonight representing Nui Pro. Is that a football? I'm not talking AFL, I'm talking NRL, Rugby League. I don't know how popular Rick thinks that is right here in South Australia, but I can tell him he's not gonna win many fans with that. Of course, Rig undefeated against Riot City Wrestling challenges. He beat Chris Basso back in Nui Pro, beat Party Guy Tai in our last show.
And his opponent.
And here it is, the second match, the rematch against World Class himself.
Weighing in at 105 kilos. He is the bearded assassin, the prince of the package pile driver, the Kazar of the Sega Mega Driver, notorious, world-class, Chris Basso!
One of the cornerstones of Riot City Wrestling, world-class Chris Basso. He had a win over Cadie Cornell at Strike First, Strike Hard. A win over Nick Armstrong as well, so he's coming into this match on a bit of a hot streak right now. And he's looking good. He's weighing in at 105 kilos. But ladies and gentlemen, that is a lean 105, I gotta tell you. Chris Basso looking great. And I can't wait. It's always a treat to see Chris Basso in singles action here in Riot City Wrestling. Always a treat to see this man. The face that built the place. World class himself. Oh, and Rig looks like he's got something to say. don't know if Rig realizes it, but he is in Basso country here tonight.
Are you chanting Rig?
Listen, mate, I know they do things a little differently over in Newcastle, whatever you want to call it, but mate, we don't like these things over here. We like footy. We like AFL footy.
That's a bit of disrespect to the Adelaide Rams. They only played like one season.
It's just good footy. Quite good. Now, on a serious note though, there's one thing that really pisses me off, and that's when a scumbag like you comes all the way over to Adelaide, my city, our city, and brings a filthy, pathetic attempt at a moustache like that with him.
Now things are getting serious.
I'm the only man with a moustache around here, in the ring anyway, except for that guy, which is sensational, and maybe that guy as well.
I don't know, I think Paul's got a bit of a mustache. I don't know if that counts.
But the minute you walked in here with that thing on your face, I knew one thing, and that was, I'm going to send you packing, but I'm keeping your moustache.
Chris Basso thinking of shaving Rig.
Here's the thing you don't understand, Christopher. I'll prove to you my moustache is better. Ready? Watch this.
Oh, hold on now. What is
Here,
it?
my moustache!
Bit of a mixed reaction from Rig's moustache, I think. But there's the moustache. Wow. Chris Basso. It's Movember all year round for him. Oh, Chris Basso twirls the moustache. Very graceful twirl of the moustache. Rig thinks he'll have more luck over this side. Oh! Ropes is slippery tonight, I think. Well, a moustache off, that's the first time I've seen one of those. And now let's get underway with the wrestling portion of this contest.
Absolutely, here we go. Now, we talked about it last show. We've seen Party Guy Ty take on Rig. Now, we mentioned during that show that Chris Basso had travelled to Newcastle and had lost to Rig.
He lost to Rig, that's right, back at their big event back last year. Rig, in front of 500 people in Newcastle, pinned Chris Basso. Can you believe that? And Chris Basso,
this is the revenge for Chris Basso right here. 1
year in the making. Chris Basso has Rig's number here.
Absolutely.
Catches the leg. Turning Rig around. Rig ducks the line and kicks Chris Basso in the breadbasket.
And what's up with bringing that silly looking football that he has?
Well, look, no disrespect to the Adelaide Rams, who were a legendary team for one season back in 1997.
Yeah, I remember that.
But this is AFL country.
Absolutely.
South Australia always has been AFL country. And Basso country. And look at Chris Basso. The hip toss. And leg lariat, more of a drop kick there.
Sends Rig into the corner. Here comes... Oh!
Monkey flip attempt denied by Rig.
The strength of Rig able to prop Seabass up onto that top turnbuckle.
Things are getting hairy here. I don't just mean the men's face as they ascend the top rope. And Rig
Oh, look out.
He's caught.
Rig's not a small man.
No, he's a big guy.
Oh!
And Rig just dropped over the top turnbuckle.
That's a steel turnbuckle in the corner
Yeah.
that the man has just been dropped on.
That'll knock your facial hair off. And Chris Basso, dummy half,
Oh, he's got
palms the ball to Michael Jameson, who palms it back. Oh, Rig.
Well, look, the man's got to compose himself after just being dumped across that top turnbuckle.
He also has to compose himself after being beaten in that mustache competition.
Well, look,
Chris Basso, no,
Oh.
over the top.
able to hang on.
Oh, kick to the side of the face.
Chris Basso just too quick for Rig.
Knocking it out of the park. It's out of there. Oh, Rig taking an opportunity. Chris Basso enjoying a quick one with the fans. Rig, Chris Basso does not want to be here. Oh, Rig, hand to steal. I think his footy days could be over. Oh, the Basso chop. Oh, Chris Basso taking a moment. Oh, the fans getting one in on Rig. That's what. No disrespect, but seriously, Rig, you come to Adelaide, you have a go at our fans, you have a go at Riot, that's what you get.
That's what you get.
Oh!
Oh, and some more of that.
Man, Rig is just laid out on the outside there. Because Basso chops working a treat. And now Chris Basso sends Rig back in the ring. Very respectful there. Chris Basso, a man of class. A man of world class. That's right. Winding up on Rig now.
Boom. Chris Basso with those short punches.
Now he's shucking, he's jiving. Chris Basso working up for that big.
Time to wind it up.
Oh no, Rig avoids the elbow. Sling blade. Senton.
Oh. Did you see the height that Rig got on that senton of his?
Jeez, Rig just, he left the planet for a moment there. That was huge height.
And of course, the thing we've got to watch out for, Angus, the greatest cannonball in Australian wrestling.
Oh yeah, that best cannonball ever Rig does in that corner. No one has kicked out of it, not even Chris Basso. But he has felt the effect of it before, so maybe tonight, maybe Chris Basso can be the first man
this
ever.
is what we talked about, state warfare, revenge for Chris Basso. He needs to get the win, especially here in Adelaide in front of his home crowd.
I know. He's got to show those Spewcastle idiots what an Adelaide boy is made of. Rig breaking the count right on the 5 there. Uh-oh. And now 619, Rig is calling for it.
Surely not.
He's calling his shot. Area code shot, 619. No.
Oh, right to the back.
One day Rig will do a 619. Oh, but not today. The belly to belly to Chris Basso.
Into the cover.
2, says Michael Jameson. And now the headlock applied by Rig. Very dangerous move. Hey, we just saw tag team titles change hands in this very move.
Wow, unbelievable. What a night here into the fire. Of course, we've got a big fatal 5-way coming up for the Strength Cup qualifier.
We'll have some more info on that as that match comes.
And then we head into the unsanctioned part of the evening, Angus.
Yeah. Oh! Rig not thinking about that right now. He's thinking about cleaning Basso's clock with that back elbow.
Well, I mean, obviously Rig wants to get the win here. How much bragging right will Rig have? He's beaten Chris Basso in Newcastle. He's come over here and beat Party Guy Ty, come back to Adelaide and possibly beat Chris Basso again.
Yeah, the Chief is undefeated against Riot City Wrestling challenges. Oh, I saw you were fortunate enough to have a conversation with the Chief earlier in the month.
Yes.
Seems like a man of many words.
Well, like I said, and look, this man is like any other man. It's in RCW. He wants to win that gold. He's here to prove he is the chief.
Well, he recognizes the RCW title, the Emerald Crown, very prestigious titles. The roll-up. Oh! Chris Basso, unable to get the 3, gets the boot up in time for that one, and now sends it to the second rope. Oh! Rig walking so casually.
Walks out the way. Chris Basso hits nothing but canvas, and that's going to turn the tide on this one for the chief.
Yeah, he had Basso scouted, definitely there. Who's buying beers? Rig, there's a match on. What do you think of beers? Of course, we have a licensed venue tonight, Paul, for the first time in the academy.
Yeah. I should have gone to the bar.
Yeah, next time, after the show. Rig has slowed this one down now. This is the pace he wants. This is the pace he likes.
Oh, the chief has just taken his moments, taken his time.
Rig getting the ire of the residents of RCW tonight. The Moustache Man. Oh. Basso scouting those lefts and rights, firing back with a couple of his own, and those forearms.
But Rig with that knee in the midsection sends Basso, but Basso with the chop, and again.
So setting Rig up, counters, the neck breaker, the Chris Basso neck breaker, and now Chris Basso's in the driver's seat, the hot seat. Hero into the fire. Oh, and lighting up the chest of Rig. The chief. Oh, bringing the heat. Whoa. Man, those chops from Rig.
Now we know about the Bassos and their chops.
Yeah, what about Rig's chop? Oh! Going chop to chop with Chris Basso. Chris Basso taking a bit of a violence party in the corner. Whips Chief into the other corner. Oh, European uppercut. And the spinning back heel kick follows it up. Chris Basso now sets Rig up. Northern Lights suplex with the bridge and hooking the leg. Oh, the Rig kicks out on that occasion. And Chris Basso, as I said, it's such a treat to see Chris Basso in action here. One of the most experienced wrestlers in Australia. He has seen it all. He has done it all.
He is world class.
And he's riding high. He had that win over Nick Armstrong back in the Fringe. He beat Cayden Cornell at our last show. Hey, if he wins here tonight, Chris Basso could be back in the title conversation.
Absolutely, but what on earth is he doing here? Oh no.
Ill-advised, perhaps. Sends Rig to the top. Mistakes there were made. Rig now perched. Oh, big flying clothesline.
What a vicious elbow off those ropes.
Oh, wow. That lariat. That Western lariat.
Rig just headbutt the middle rope.
Oh, what? Wow, that was close. Yeah, Rig, man. What an unconventional lariat.
The fans here at the RCW Academy getting behind world-class Chris Basso.
Yeah, Rig was within a hair's breadth of winning that one.
Is he trying to give him a package pole driver?
Oh, the slingshot into the corner. Sega Mega Driver coming up. The Rig has it scouted.
Oh, he's got him over in that one-legged Boston Crab.
Yeah, single leg crab. Lance Storm would be proud. That is applied expertly.
Sitting right down on the back of Chris Basso.
Chris Basso, he's got to get to those ropes, but the massive Rig just on your back, on your lower leg area,
Can he get there?
Happening. Basso's crawling now.
Yeah, Rig needs to get that weight back on the middle of the back of Basso.
Oh, and Basso gets the rope. Basso gets the rope. Referee calls for the break. Rig waits until 4. He waited until the last possible moment there, Paul.
We've seen that throughout the match by the Chief, taking every time he can right up to the 5 count.
Yeah, very wise, but I mean, sportsman, not perhaps. And now the Chief standing over the fallen Chris Basso.
As we said, if the Chief gets a win here, clean sweep against RCW.
Yeah, 3-0 against RCW. Oh, roundhouse kick.
Oh,
Chris Basso answers with one of his own. Oh, that fireman's carry into a sit-out slam. Chris Basso setting Rig up. Thinking high risk here, Paul.
Basso heading up to the top.
Huge moonsault from the top.
2.
Oh!
Oh!
Wow, that was close. Chris Basso can't believe it. He thought it was over. But now,
We all thought it was over.
it's calling for the end. The Sega Mega Driver. Chris
Here he
Basso.
goes.
Oh, Rig. Out of, oh, wow. That kick. And the spinning roundhouse. Oh, no. No, no, no. Basso's prone.
Oh, look out.
Greatest cannibal ever. Rig, no one has kicked out of this. Come on, Chris Basso. And no one has still kicked out. Rig, victorious here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Chief, Rig!
Well, a clean sweep for Rig, 3-0. And more importantly, Rig has 2 wins over Chris Basso. Chris Basso has no answers for Rig. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. This guy is on a roll right now here at RCW. As we said, beat Chris Basso in Newcastle. Now done it again tonight here in Adelaide. And last show we seen him beat Party Guy Ty. The Rig is looking like business.
What's next for Rig? What is next for this man?
Well,
wait
Angus,
and find out.
I better get ready for the next one.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is a fatal 5-way qualifier for the Strength Cup. It is scheduled for 1 fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Well, for the first time in 3 years, it is back. The Strength Cup.
Making his way to the ring from Sydney, Australia. He is the hot shot, Banjo Powers.
Well, Banjo Powers made his presence known last month at Strike First, Strike Hard. He came up short against Snaxx, but tonight he has entered into this 5-way match to qualify for the Strength Cup. We'll give you a little bit more of a rundown on how the Strength Cup 2022 is going to work after all the 5 competitors are in the ring.
Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 245 pounds. He is the king of the E-Boys.
Pink Lotus himself, last time we saw him, he came up short against Matt Hayter in that non-title match. But he left his mark on the champion, that's for sure. And he's here tonight looking great, the Pink Lotus. of course, debuted back at First Strike Hard in the Arkaba. Had that big win over Banjo Powers. Looked great in his debut. And tonight, he has a chance to qualify and go on to win that Strength Cup. He could add his name to the list of the greats of Riot City Wrestling like Big, Brady Marshall, Cadie, Grimm, Brad, Smythe, and Jett Armstrong, who we saw in action a bit earlier. He's looking great as Snaxx.
Weighing in at 90 kilos, here's a three-time former RCW champion, the self-proclaimed champ, Nick Armstrong!
Oh, and here comes the champ. He was, of course, thwarted in his attempts at becoming the first ever RCW Grand Slam champion back at our last event in that three-way main event by Cadie Trey. Now entering himself into the Strength Cup, looking to become a Strength Cup winner, something he has never done in his illustrious career. But here comes the first Strength Cup winner from way back in 2009. Grimm Basso, no stranger to the Strength Cup. Of course, the first ever Strength Cup winner. Now taking on 4 other individuals to look to move one step closer and do it all again.
All right, I've done my part, Angus. I'm back.
Yeah, well done announcing all 5 members of this qualifying match. What a field we have here right now. And there's Grimm Basso, the Viking himself. Of course, the first ever winner of the Strength Cup, way back in 2009. Very long time ago.
Way back.
He has not
things like that make me feel old.
And you know, he's not been able to repeat that. He has not ever won the Strength Cup since that very first time.
Well, he has the opportunity to advance in the Strength Cup here tonight.
Michael Kent.
Now a little bit different, but we'll get to that. Oh, this one underway.
Yeah, so to explain the rules of the Strength Cup, normally we do a bracket, a single elimination tournament. This year, a little bit different. We have 2 5-way qualifying matches, one tonight and one at our next event. The winners of those 2 matches will go on to face wildcard entrants in the semi-final with a chance to go on to the final to win the Strength Cup. I hope I explained that correctly.
Well, I'm hoping so, but I get what you're getting at. We're going to have 2 winners come out of these 2 fatal 5-ways, and then they'll go on to face wildcards. This is going to be the interesting part.
That's right, and I've spoken with RCW management. These wildcards could be from any promotion in Australia, not just here at Riot City, from anywhere. Anywhere in the country.
Anywhere in the world.
Now look at this, we got Snaxx, Banjo Powers in the ring, we got Grimm, Nick Armstrong, VALENTE on the outside.
Hopefully we can keep up with all the action because it's all happening on the floor, on the outside here. Oh! Nick Armstrong just got dumped on the guardrails here at ringside.
Big shout out to our camera crew for catching up with all this stuff. It's very chaotic out there right now. We've got Grimm, VALENTE working away at each other there. Snaxx renewing his rivalry with Banjo Powers from our last event. Oh no, here he goes after the champ. Snaxx on the champ, VALENTE on Grimm. These men know exactly how prestigious the Strength Cup is. You win that Strength Cup, you get a challenge for the RCW Championship.
Absolutely.
That's what they're fighting for. And the prestige, and to add their names to the list.
What's going on with Grimm and Snaxx here?
Oh, a bit of a chop initiation perhaps. Whoa!
Well, big effort from Snaxx there on Armstrong.
And
oh, look out.
bit of live.
We know about Grimm.
Bit of live lessons here from Grimm, that chop. Teaching Snaxx a thing or two about how to chop an opponent down.
VALENTE and Armstrong sent back in the ring. Grimm and Snaxx keeping on the attack of these two guys. Banjo Power still trying to recover on the outside.
Yeah, I think it's waiting to pick his spot. Very clever, but right now, Grimm using Snaxx, whipping him into the corner on Nick.
Oh, now Snaxx is going to send Grimm in.
Oh, big forearm on the champ.
Oh, look out, here comes Banjo.
Oh, wow, Banjo actually got a shot in. Wow, look. Uh-oh. I think Banjo's found himself between a rock and a hard place here. Oh, and VALENTE takes Banjo all the way to the outside. And there goes
Grimm sends VALENTE out.
And look who's left in the ring.
Did Snaxx just send Armstrong to the outside as well?
I believe so. Wow.
Now we've got Snaxx and Grimm.
Let's see what Snaxx can do here. I was very impressed with him last month against Banjo, but right now we've got the Viking, we've got Snaxx.
The master and the student.
Well, exactly, that's right. Now Snaxx, you asked me on our last event, does Snaxx have any boxing background? And I said he had AFL experience. That is correct. Now Snaxx, he could have played in the AFL, but he chose to come here to Riot City Wrestling.
As you would.
As he would, exactly. And look at him. Look at the height of Snaxx. He's standing like nose to nose
with Grimm.
Wow. Grimm unable to knock Snaxx down. Impressive. Hey, Grimm's a little impressed.
But Grimm is impressed by Snaxx.
Oh,
come on, Nick Armstrong grabbing the foot of Grimm.
Yeah, Nick Armstrong stopping any more interaction there. And VALENTE from behind. That's these fatal five-ways, though. You've got to watch out. Eyes in the back of your head. You don't know where your next opponent's going to come from. And now Banjo, Nick, and VALENTE looking like they're working together here. Leg drop attempt there. And now VALENTE, elbow drop on Snaxx. Champ looks like it's directed traffic there. The hold and Banjo powers off.
Well, Nick Armstrong trying to prove his point here. He deserves to win this qualifier in the Strength Cup.
The interesting thing about Nick Armstrong, he's done it all here in Riot City Wrestling, except for winning that Strength Cup. He's never done it before.
Yeah, it's time the champ wins the Strength Cup.
And that's the thing about this match too. The longer this goes on, all these men have a more even chance of winning, I think. And any kind of singles advantage is completely eliminated in this type of matchup. Nick Armstrong now, looking dominant. And VALENTE.
Right to the back of the leg from VALENTE on Armstrong. Now here comes the hot shot. Gets caught.
Caught on a
spine buster.
Yeah, spine buster VALENTE there. Wow.
Wow.
As I said, any man can qualify. The advantage you get in a singles match in terms of strength and speed is completely eliminated in these five-man matches.
Exactly right. Anyone can pick up the win. Oh, wow.
Grimm off the top rope. And now unloading with those punches. And thinking choke slam, perhaps. VALENTE out of that one. Oh, Sparta boot, no.
Oh, he got caught.
And Snaxx, oh!
Look out.
Springboard dropkick from Snaxx.
Well, Snaxx and Grimm working together quite well in this match.
I think they realized the numbers game Nick Armstrong was trying to play earlier. And Grimm asking for the assist by Snaxx. Double choke slam. Oh, but watch out. See eyes in the back of your head, Nick Armstrong. Roll up attempt now. Oh, only the 2 count. The Armstrong cutter. Nick lands the Armstrong cutter.
Champ. 2.
Oh, where did Banjo come from?
He only just made that one.
Banjo's saving it for himself and everyone else in this match. Oh, those kicks nodding up the leg there. Banjo powers thinking sliced bread number 2. Oh, he gets it.
Is that enough to put away Nick Armstrong?
Oh, wow. No man has been able to get an advantage thus far. enough South Australian bashing.
Oh, VALENTE!
Wow, that lariat.
Took his head off. 1, 2.
And Grimm just in the nick of time. Man, this is insane. Every man getting a chance, but no man able to put another away. Tonight is a night all about unpredictability, all about intensity, and all about the Strength Cup.
It's all wow.
Oh, Viking now. He's got VALENTE crushed on the top rope.
Grimm heading to that second rope. Oh, VALENTE fighting his way out of it.
Yeah, VALENTE able to scout Grimm there.
Oh, look out, here comes Snaxx.
Oh no, a rake to the eyes by VALENTE.
Wow, I think Snaxx got sent into Armstrong on the outside.
Big tumble by Snaxx. Oh!
Boot right to the jaw.
Spider boot to the face. And now Grimm, chokeslam.
That's got to be it.
1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and advancing in the Strength Cup, the Viking, Grimm Basso!
Wow. Grimm Basso does it here tonight. And now he will go on to face that wild card entrant back in our August show at Starstruck. For a chance at the semi-finals of the Strength Cup. Incredible.
What a night. What a five-way.
That's the experience of Grimm. He's been in countless of these matches. He picked his spot, he hit the boot, he hit the choke slam, and now he's qualified for that Strength Cup.
Well, I'm sure we've said it about it. The feel-good story of 2022. Matt Grimm Basso returning to Riot City Wrestling tonight here, advances in the Strength Cup.
I don't think there's any question about it. This man, I believe he can do it. I believe he can become a two-time Strength Cup winner.
He can do anything he wants. But that's the end of our sanctioned part tonight, Angus.
That is correct. The next portion of Riot City Wrestling Into the Fire will be unsanctioned. We have just completed our final match that RCW management has sanctioned. So right now, we have flaming tables for the first time in RCW history. And the fans here are looking forward to this one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that does bring us to the end of our sanctioned part of the evening, Into the Fire. When we head into this next match, please remember that the roller door will be an emergency exit. We've got the door here and the door out the front in case something happens with the flaming tables. So, ladies and gentlemen, the following is a Flaming Tables match. While officials will be provided for this contest, it is not sanctioned by Riot City Wrestling. The Riot City Wrestling Championship will not be on the line. There will be no countouts, no disqualifications, no submissions, no pinfalls. The contest will end when one man goes through the flaming tables. Let's check out the video.
See, I thought that I finally had one up. And I thought that I finally pulled the wool over your eyes.
Wait, the cameraman is Matt Hayter. Has he been there the whole time? The match hasn't even begun yet, and already
But clearly I didn't take into consideration the hatred that burns inside of you for me. But you said that I made this personal. You tried to set me on fire. It doesn't get any more personal than that, Havoc. And you've made it bigger than this championship. You've made it bigger than the legacy that I'm trying to create in RCW. You've got a legacy in South Australian wrestling already. You've done so many things. But the one thing that you can't do and it eats you up inside is beat Matt Hayter. So if it has to come to this, Havoc, if it has to be one more fight between me and you, we're gonna do this in your domain. If I have to go through hell to finally put you down, I will. In the match that you made famous, Havoc, I challenge you one more time. Matt Hayter versus Havoc in flaming tables.
It's time, Paul Roberts. Flaming tables. Unsanctioned match. Havok versus Hayter. Non-title. This is it.
This is it. This is what it's come down to. We seen it last show at the Arca Bar. Hayter had lost it. He can't believe that Havok went to the extremes that he did, trying to light him on fire.
And it's not even a match at this point. This is a fight. This is a war between these two men. This has become deeply, deeply personal. This all goes back to, of course, the night, the fabled night, that Havok cashed that key to the city in. Hayter told him he would put the old man down, and Havok just couldn't handle it.
And as we said, it's bigger than RCW. It's bigger than the RCW Championship. It is unsanctioned, happening right now. Havok versus Hayter in the flaming tables now. I, being the age that I am, Angus, have followed Havok's career, some 22 years of it all. And I know Havok's history with flaming tables.
Yeah, more flaming tables matches than anyone, and he's won more flaming tables matches than anyone else has appeared in. Although tonight it's not about winning, it is about ending one man. It is non-title, of course. Yeah, this has been boiling over for a long time. Havok said that the best part of him was dying if he could not wrestle anymore. And Hayter has been hell-bent on proving that Havok is an old man and Havok can't do it anymore.
Well, it looked like before Hayter was going to try and put Havok, suplex him through that table now.
Oh!
You can put as many tables as you like, but to win, to finish the contest, you need to have that table on fire.
That's right, the table must be on fire.
Anything goes.
Anything
There's
goes.
no rules in this match. All you have to do is put your opponent through the table. A flaming table.
A flaming table, of course. Matt Hayter has never been in a match like this in his entire career.
Absolutely not.
He requested it. He challenged Havok. And has Matt Hayter, has he bit off more than he could chew? We will find out tonight. We will find out right here, right now. And Matt Hayter is in the ring. He's got that cookie sheet that we saw Havok introduce earlier. What is Havok doing? Havok is coming. Havok's in the ring. Oh! Right to the head!
Wow. Did you hear that shot? Echo
Havok
through the
didn't see that
RCW.
coming. That's gonna knock you unconscious almost. Is Havok gonna get up after that? That was right to the head. And now Matt Hayter, he's got the trash can. That was at ringside moments ago. Oh! Just throwing the trash can at Havok.
Just a torpedo.
Havok knows this is his opportunity to end things with Havok once and for all. He is not wasting any moments in this. And now he's wedged. He's got that trash can wedged there in between the second and third rope. Havok, he has not gotten up.
You wanted this old man.
Oh!
Jawbreaker there.
Oh!
Kicks the trash can lid straight into the face of Matt Hayter.
Yeah, Hayter taking a moment to trash talk. Ill-advised, perhaps. Oh! And Havok using that trash can lid right as a weapon. Double underhook suplex. Now you'll notice there are no referees in the ring. They are on the outside. They are only here to make sure that the table is on fire and that someone has gone through it. They are not here to count pinfalls. They are not here to count submissions. And now Havok has kendo stick and trash can lid in hand. Oh! Oh! Just going to town on Matt Hayter.
These shots.
These men are not dressed for a street fight. They are in their wrestling gear. Nothing's protecting Matt Hayter's skin from these welts that are going to start showing up. Oh! Havok breaking that kendo stick. He hit it with such force that it just snapped. unhinged.
Has he broken Hayter's fingers?
Oh, Hayter. Oh!
Oh, they're dislocated.
Hayter, Hayter in agony right now.
I hope he got it back in. I don't know if Hayter got those fingers back into place properly.
No, I think he's wrestling with a severe disadvantage now. And Havok will take advantage of that, you have to believe. Because as much as Hayter wants to end this, Havok wants to end the promising young career of our RCW champion, Matt Hayter. Oh, Hayter. Oh, the knee to the face. Havok staggered now. Hayter, what's he thinking? Oh, Havok blocking himself. Oh, Hayter went for the super kick. Havok gets the trash can in time.
Right to that foot.
And now Havok has got evil intentions in mind with that trash can. Havok is, oh! Hayter able to counter on that one.
The low drop kick sends Havok face first into the trash can.
Yeah, just in the nick of time, Hayter was able to come up with a counter to that. Thinking on the fly is the RCW champion. Hayter making it back to his feet now. He's got that vertical advantage. Havok still prone.
What a war, what a battle this has been. It's come down to this, the unsanctioned Flaming Tables match.
Yeah, Matt Hayter thinking suplex or brainbuster on that trash can. Havok counters. Now turns Hayter around. Oh, not quite.
Oh, Hayter!
Oh, the Falcon Arrow! The Falcon Arrow on the trash can.
It's Hayter.
And that trash can was already bent. There are jagged edges on those bent trash cans, Paul.
Hayter able to get it done. Puts Havok down onto that trash can. What can Hayter do now?
And in a street fight or a hardcore match, you could go for the cover, but there are no pinfalls in this one.
You've got to light the table up. You've got to put your opponent through the flaming table.
Havok's spine after that. Agony. And now Matt Hayter is grabbing some plunder. Matt Hayter introducing a second table now. We already have that one on the outside from earlier. Now Matt Hayter bringing another one in. No good unless they are set on fire, Paul.
Well, the more tables, the more opportunity you have to put your opponent through one.
Well, not for nothing, going through a table on the best of days is not a fun experience.
Yes, let alone a flaming one.
Kendo sticks galore. Havok still unmoved after going through that trash can. Matt Hayter, a cheese grater. This time in Deathmatch Down Under, I'm sure he was taking notes. He has a cheese grater here. And Havok arming himself with a kendo stick.
Havok doesn't need to take any notes, Angus. He's been there, he's done it all in his 22-plus year career.
Oh, Havok foregoing the cheese grater. Favorite kendo sticks.
This is not fun.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Oh, to the midsection of Havok. Now Havok bent over. Oh, uses the butt of that one, and
straight across the back of Hayter with that kendo stick.
Hayter is not going down. He is defiant. Oh, blow for blow, champion, and Havok. Hayter and Havok. Kendo sticks. Havok now wearing Hayter down. Using his kendo stick, getting the advantage. Havok wailing on Matt Hayter there. And the cheese grater that Hayter brought into this match.
Surely not.
I think Havok knows how to use one of these. Are we going to see? Uh-oh. Oh!
Oh, Hayter blocks it.
Hayter able to block the cheese grater.
Right in the kendo stick, right to the side of the head.
Yeah, ow. The kendo stick right there, perfect positioning. Matt Hayter able to use that, avoid the cheese grater, and now it's back in the official Ego's hands. Oh, Havok blocks. No. It's on the forehead of Havok. Oh, just wrenching that cheese grater, slicing the scalp of Havok. Oh, and Havok is busted wide open. Oh, hope our camera's getting a good shot of that. Havok is bleeding profusely. Matt Hayter is just entering another level right now.
What's he got on his mind now?
Of course, Havok well known for these kinds of matches, but Matt Hayter is bringing it.
Hayter setting up that table in the ring.
Yeah, setting it up in the corner now. Not quite a flaming table, but Matt Hayter thinking it will do for now. Oh, Havok is back to his feet. Matt Hayter's noticing. Oh!
Hayter to the outside!
Right through the table on the outside!
Wow, what a big back body drop from in the ring to the outside, through the table.
That table was set up at the start of the match, and now Hayter has gone right through it.
Well, of course, as I said, you can put your opponent through as many tables as you like. They have to be on fire.
That's right, not on fire, but still, Matt Hayter is in a crumpled heap on the floor there.
What damage has been done to Matt Hayter?
Havok has exhausted one of the tables in this match. Oh, look at Havok. He is bleeding profusely. Just gushing out of his forehead.
Havok picking up the lifeless Matt Hayter.
Yeah, just a limp body there.
Sends him back into the ring. That blood running down the face of Havok, which isn't going to do him any favours as this match goes on.
No, that's going to obscure your vision, that blood. The cut is above the eyes, it's going to come down over the eyes.
Exactly right.
That's not where you want it.
Can't quite see from our vantage point what Havok's up to.
Havok is grabbing a steel chair in his hand, he's bringing it into the ring. Of course, anything goes, any weapon, of course you've seen that already. Self-explanatory, really.
Well, as we said, there's no countouts, there's no DQ, there's no submission, no pinfall. Put your opponent through the flaming table.
Oh, Havok, the chair backfires, hits his own head, which is already bleeding. Now Matt Hayter, signs of life showing. Satellite DDT, it hits. Hayter getting off that big satellite DDT, buying himself some time. He will need all the time he can get to recoup after what he's had to experience at the hands of Havok so far. The unbelievable heart and determination of this Riot City Wrestling Champion, the official ego of Matt Hayter. And Hayter has Havok right where he wants him. Setting up Havok.
Rolling along the mat, Matt Hayter has that chair.
Oh, Hayter said he wanted to put the old man down. What is he doing? He had his opportunity. Havok's defenseless. Havok wants him to do it. Oh, the low blow. That that's how Havoc got himself disqualified in our last event.
That cost Matt Hayter this match.
Oh, Matt Hayter, I think he thought Havoc was serious, but Havoc suckered him in for that low blow. There is no...
he's going to look for that package pile driver on the chair.
No honor left in Havoc whatsoever. Oh! Vicious package pile driver on the steel chair.
That could be it.
And listen to that, a murmur has fallen amongst the residents here.
That could be it, Angus. With the package pile driver on the chair. Havoc now just needs to light the table up, put him through it.
Well, any normal match, and this will be well over. But Havoc now, what is he thinking now? No man has attempted to set the table on fire thus far. There is a kendo stick in the ring, however.
Havoc now finding that kendo stick. What's he got in mind? He's looking at that table. Surely he's thinking it's time to set it alight.
I think so. Oh, it's that lighter fluid. He's got that flask of lighter fluid in his hand.
What's he filling the kendo stick with lighter fluid?
Don't tell me he's going to set that kendo stick on fire. Oh, well, I suppose it's a Flaming Tables match. More than just the table can go on fire. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I don't think Hayter's realized it. Whoa! No!
Wow.
Just annihilating Matt Hayter with that kendo stick on fire.
Wow.
The flames.
We need to check on Matt Hayter. No.
Did you see
Something's
the
got
flames?
to be done, Angus.
That was red hot.
You can hear Matt Hayter screaming.
Just wailing in anguish. And now Havoc, I think, is a time. Just look at those welts on Havoc's back as well. This has been a brutal affair.
Oh, absolutely. These two guys have thrown everything at each other.
And now there is a table. Havoc has a table now.
The Master of Mayhem, as we said, the man with the most experience in Flaming Tables matches in this country.
Oh.
Now has the table set up, the lighter fluid in hand. This could be it, Angus.
Look at that, that's a dousing. Oh, there's so much lighter fluid, I can smell it from up here.
This is not going to go well.
And now, the table is set. Oh, Havoc realizing that there's signs of life in Hayter.
Oh! Hayter out of nowhere with that trash can lid.
There's a trash can lid there. And the lighter just out of the hands of Havoc. Oh, unprotected right to the head. Matt Hayter. He knew what he was doing. He had Havoc scouted, I think. And now, the lighter fluid is on the table, and the lighter is in the hands of the official ego, Matt Hayter. Oh, super kick! Oh! The table is on fire. I can feel the heat. Havoc goes through the table.
Well, there we have it. The war is over.
I am speechless. Havoc right through that flaming table. It's over, Paul. The official ego's done it. Matt Hayter has done it.
Matt Hayter, tonight may not have been a sanctioned RCW match, but Matt Hayter has done it. He has finally put an end to the war that is Havoc.
After months and months and months of bitter personal grievances, it is finally settled here tonight. And there you have it, the official ego, Matt Hayter.
Indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Into the Fire. What a way to finish the night. The unsanctioned match between Matt Hayter and HAVOK. The war is over. Standing tall is the RCW champion, Matt Hayter. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We will catch you all next time.
Farewell for now, but not forever. See you later, guys.